Hey fam, this is Shannon Jackson, your resident host with Living Your Life Without Limits. Have you ever been fed up with your job and thought this?
I'm sick of this job. I really don't want to go into work today.
Or you felt like this?
Oh, I'm so frustrated. This is just too much.
Well, today we're going to be talking about the signs it's time to change careers. Stay tuned.
Wake up everybody, let's elevate your mind. Live your life without limits, no more wasting time. Don't forget to stay focused while continuing to stay on the grind. Keep your vision real tight, then your future be bright until the finish line.
Hey fam, this is Shannon Jackson, your resident host. Thank you for joining me here at Living Your Life Without Limits. But before we go any further, I want you to do me a favor. Click that like button. And I was told it turns blue. Did you know it turns blue? I had to learn that it turns blue. So make sure you click that subscribe button and that like button, okay? Let's get into this topic. This topic is so personal for me because I actually live this topic. Changing careers. This is how the YouTube channel even got started. Family, I want you to know, before I started this YouTube channel and changed in my career, I used to work in a corporate job making over $200,000 a year. That's a lot of money. And I'm putting a full disclaimer here. Don't you dare walk away from your job without having faith and a skill to go into something else. But I want to let you know that I understand this very much so. This topic is so real and why I did that. I felt that I had reached my ceiling in that job. Even though I was making a whole lot of money, I could have been there for a whole long years to come. It was no longer satisfying for me. I wasn't feeling the freedom to create. I wanted to get out and get the message to as many people as I can to live their life and their potential and inspire without shackles, without being bondage, without having to worry about this and worry about the politics in the office. Give who I want to give to and do what I want to do. And so this is how Living Your Life Without Limits came about. So this topic today about changing careers is not only me talking to you about some key signs to watch for. I actually went through this myself a little over 2 years ago now, before building Living Your Life Without Limits. So let's start right into that. What are one of the first signs that you know that it may be time to explore other career options? That's when you become apathetic or complacent, where you're just kind of disconnected. You know what happens? You go to work and you're mentally checked out. You're there in body, but your mind is somewhere else. Hey, can you relate to that? Been there, done that. I know what that's about. Another thing, you no longer feel that you're impactful in your job. I told you, I reached a ceiling. I had done everything. I'd accomplished everything. I had reached the level of success, and it became mundane. It became like just doing routine tasks. It was like, is there anything else? What's another sign? Dreading going to work. Everyone have a day where they just need a mental health day, and I'm just not feeling it today. I don't want to get up. I don't have any go. But when every day you get up and your words is, I hate this job, or, oh, I hate to have to go to this job, and you're only going because you have to make a living, it's time for you to really evaluate, is this what I really want to do for the rest of my life? Is this really what I want to do now? What's another sign? And this one I'm definitely guilty of. Even your salary can't make you stay dissatisfied. As I told you, I was making over $200,000. Not too many people can make that leap of faith. However, I'm also a registered nurse, been a registered nurse for 29 years. So I know I had the skill and the talent to walk away and do something different. So don't make a change and leave your job if you don't have a skill that you can walk into something else. But I'm saying that to make a point that it's not always about the money. It's about the fulfillment. It's about being satisfied and enjoying what you do. Yes, you want to make a good living, but you also want to enjoy what you're doing so that you can be a vehicle in your role to inspire, enlighten, and give good customer service, or be a productive person within that organization. Number 5, is the job affecting your personal life? And this was one of the key reasons why I walked away. I had gained a whole lot of weight. I was over 100 pounds heavier than I am now. I was exhausted because I was working over 60 plus hours a week, on call all weekend, sometimes working 7 days a week. I missed a lot of family gatherings and a lot of activities. I was just on the go all the time. And I had no quality of life. So it was not only affecting my personal life, it was affecting my quality of life and ultimately affecting my health. And that's when I had to have that aha moment and say, nope, it's time to make a change. So what's another sign? Daydreaming. I wish I was doing this. I wish I was doing that. You don't have to daydream or be envious and jealous of somebody else and what they're doing. Or how about this? Looking on job boards on this job, searching the internet, looking on career builders, Craigslist, Zip Recruiters, and all those. I've seen people doing it. You may know people doing it. Or guess what? You may be one of the ones that's doing it. So what do you have to do? It's now time to get clarity. Is this the job for me? Is it me or is it the job? What's causing me to feel dissatisfied? What's causing me to feel I no longer want to come to work? So you got to get that clarified because you want to make sure, is it really your work or is it something within you? Or is it something within the place? So here's some quick things that you might be able to do. Maybe within that same job, you like the job, you like the benefits, but maybe you can change departments. Maybe you can ask for a transfer. Maybe there's a shift change. Or maybe you can ask to have a different role or responsibility. Find motivation again in that job. Reinvent yourself within that job if you're allowed the opportunity. Or maybe you need to take a career assessment. It's very helpful. A career assessment tool will help you with analytics to look at various roles based on your likes and your skills and your performance that will best suit you in a career option for you, to kind of give you some direction. Maybe you're better suited in something. I have a great example of that. I knew someone who I still know. I won't say I knew someone, I know them very well today. When I first met them years ago, they were a security guard. And they weren't really happy in being a security guard. And one day we were having a conversation and he was saying, I'm really great with my hands. I love doing things with my hands, like electrician or something like that. And I remember searching out a school for him. And to this day, he stayed on that job doing security until he finished school being an electrician. And today he's number 2 in a major company running in Arizona in electrician. He's went all the way to the top and he loves it. But it started with him saying, you know what? I really like this, but I'm gonna stay with this while I go to school. So what am I saying? Sometimes you can't get a job change unless you get new skills. You may need to get a trade or strengthen your skills or go back to school or learn something else so that you can grow. So just growing within a job may not be able to happen unless you apply new skill sets. So another thing is assessing your strengths and skills. What is it that you're good at? What is it that you're not? And then filling that, as I said, with honing in on skills, learning new things, going to a technical school or taking a class or taking a training, something that will give you an edge. And then finally, executing a plan. Nothing will work without a plan. Changing a career can be exciting. It can be a wonderful thing, but it can also be a disaster if you don't plan it. So you don't have to stay stuck in what you're doing. I didn't stay stuck. I cannot tell you how excited I am every week to come before you and be on this channel to bring information, or to talk to people on one-on-one coachings, or to go to conferences and seminars. Right now we're doing them through Zoom, and bring information. It's my passion, mentoring and educating and motivating people. So the best of what I was doing in leadership, I was able to bring that over here and leave the politics alone. So you have something that you're great at, that you enjoy. Now it's just time to put it in action through a plan. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Please leave me a comment. And once again, thank you for joining us. And remember to love yourself as we always end. Take care of yourself, because guess what? You are 100% worth it. See you next week.